Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is IMAD Ahmad and I am from Tarbela Ghazi district Haripur. I completed my schooling from Ikra APS Tarbela Kent district Haripur. I studied there till matric. After my schooling, I go to Army Burnhall College, Aptabad and shifted to MJCC Manjambazam Cadet College, Tarbela. I completed my first year from Manjambazam Cadet College and then completed my second year from APS, Tarbela Kent. My hobbies are going to adventure trip, playing video games and reading historical books. My current education states that I am going to ComSets University, Aptabad campus and completing my graduation in computer science from there. Today my topic is Ibn al-Haytham, who is a mathematician and astronomer. Ibn al-Haytham was born in July 1st, 1965 AD and died in 6th March 1040 AD. Ibn al-Haytham was born in Parish, Iraq. Ibn al-Haytham, also known as father of modern optics, he was invited by Fatimat Khalif al-Hakim in order to realize a hydraulic project in Aswan. He wrote a book about his knowledge and the name of the book is Book of Optics. About Ibn al-Haytham careers. Ibn al-Haytham was the first one to explain the vision occurs when light reflects from an object and then passes to one eye. The second point is he was also the first to demonstrate that vision occurs in the brain rather than the eye. He spent most of his productive period in the Fatimat Khalif of Cairo and earned money from tutoring nobilities. Ibn al-Hatim was dubbed the second polymeti by Abu al-Hasan and the physician by John Peckham. About the book of optics written by Ibn al-Haytham, optics was translated into Latin by an unknown scholar at the end of 12th century or the beginning of 13th century. It was printed by Frederick Risner in 1572 as you can see in the slides. Two major theories were mentioned in his book of optics as you can clearly see on the screen. About astronomical and mathematical work of Ibn al-Haytham. Ibn al-Haytham wrote a total of 25 astronomical work in his book. His astronomical work includes model of motion, location of Milky Way and distant star motion, etc. Ibn al-Haytham contributed in different fields of mathematics. The following fields in which he participated are geometry, number theory and calculus. In geometry, he forms two loops from right angle triangle by eradicating the semicircle on each of the triangle sides inward from the hypotenuse and outward from the two sides. They are known as the loops of Al-Hazin. In number theory, Al-Hazan contributes to number theory include his work on perfect numbers and solved problems involving conjugates using what is now called Wilson theorem. The third point clearly states that in calculus Al-Hazan discovered the sum formula for the fourth power. He could find the integral formula for any polynomial without having developed a general formula. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Start with the name of Allah, who is most merciful and most beneficent. First of all, I am going to introduce myself. My name is HAMZA MUSHTAQ and I am from Kotli Uzat, Kashmir, also known as City of Mosques. I have done my matric from Paktok International Schools and Colleges, and I have done my FSc from Fazaya Inter College Noor Khan. Now I am studying Bachelor in Computer Sciences from ComSets University, Aptabad. The scientist I am going to present is Michael Faraday. Here is a picture of him. Michael Faraday was an English scientist born in September 1971. Faraday was the first ever scientist to produce an electric current from magnetic field. The main discoveries which he gave to the world are the following: electromagnetic induction, laws of electrolysis, lines of forces. His inventions of electromagnetic rotatory devices formed the foundation of electric generator and electric motor, which till now we still use. For the next 8 years after these discoveries, he worked long hours in the laboratory. This affected a serious toll on his health. Moreover, he discovered diamagnetic that describes why some substances like copper react opposite to the magnetic force. In 1846, he gave a lecture that presented ideas about the nature of electricity, and these later inspired the work of James Maxwell to introduce electromagnetic field theory. Moreover, many scientists proposed their theories on the basis of this idea. In the mid 1850s, Faraday began to experience dementia or semantic. At last, he died on 1867 and is buried in Highgate Cemetery, London. Well, this was all about Michael Faraday. Thank you for listening to me.
My name is Huzaifa Abid. I was born and brought up in Abid. I did my early education from Army Burn Hall School and Pine Hills Public College, and now I am doing bachelor's in computer science from Comsat University Abid campus. My hobbies mostly include gaming and reading books. So that was my short introduction. Now let's start our presentation. The scientist I am going to be talking about today is Maurice Wilkins. Wilkins was born on 15 December 1916 in Wangaratta city of New Zealand. When Wilkins was 6 years old, he along with his family migrated to Birmingham, England to pursue good career. In England, Wilkins completed his early education from Wild Green College and then King Edward School, Birmingham. After that, in 1938, he got physics degree from St. John's College in Cambridge. Soon after 2 years, he received a PhD from University of Birmingham. During World War II, he helped in improving radar screening, and his work is still being used in today's radar. After that, he was also part of Manhattan Project in Berkeley, California. The Manhattan Project was a research and development undertaking during World War II that produced the first nuclear weapon. It was led by the United States with the support of United Kingdom and Canadian scientists. Wilkins was extremely disillusioned when the bombs were dropped on Japan. After that, Wilkins started his research about DNA. His research is based on two phases. The first phase was from 1948 to 50, in which he discovered first X-ray image of DNA. He found that DNA can be transformed in thin fibers. Then he placed fiber on a paperclip and placed it in a vacuum pump. Then he exposes beam on fibers. Then the photographic pattern found showed that the DNA at atomic level has a crystalline structure. This technique is called X-ray crystallography. During phase 2, Wilkins continued his research, and this time he was using live sperms of squid to produce more clear images. After that, he and his team performed hundreds of experiments using DNA from different sources, including calves, mice, chickens, squids, and humans, with advanced equipment. And they analyzed these images with latest computers. After that, Wilkins and his team created first verified double helix model. And these contributions to science led him to acquire many awards. These awards include the American Public Health Association Albert Lasker Award and the Nobel Prize Physiology or Medicine, which was shared with his fellow Watson and Crick, who helped him in discovering DNA structure.